Nonpartisan Spoonful. Your weekly dose of all things politics.
Original bona fide.
Unconventional. Objective. Unbiased. Nonpartisan Spoonful.
To get COVID.
I think he can make one term.
Yeah,
I
possibly.
think so too. Yeah,
I think he can make one
he
term.
looks
I think-
so healthy still.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's just
See, I get irritated because I think Biden's just trying to play off what Obama, Obama preached hope and change and everything. And I think he's trying to kind of ride those waves. And then, of course, he's using fear, fear of, what is Trump going to do? But you see the same thing in the RNC. The Republicans are doing the same thing. They're saying they're using the fear tactic. Says, oh my God, they're going to take your guns away. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And it irritates the hell out of me because both sides are using fear to try to get you to vote for them, and that's not how it should be. That's not the way it
Let me
needs
ask
to
you
be.
this: Does that thing works for you? The fear?
The fear may not work for me, more so because I read a lot and I'm involved. But imagine a person who doesn't read.
I don't read.
Who doesn't have
But
a husband who keeps you husband who keeps you informed. But if you know nothing but what you see on the news and TV, depending on which one you watch, you're probably going to vote that way, or who you listen to on the radio. You're going to vote because you're afraid. And that's what bothers me, because politics should not be that. It shouldn't be about fear. It should be about policy and who you feel, what tactic. Whether if you're a conservative Republican, then you should feel like, okay, I don't want my government spending that much and not be involved in my life that much. So I'm going to vote Republican. If you're going to vote Democrat, you're like, hey, Democrat, I want the federal government involved in my life. I want them to take care of me. I want them to take care of people. And then you're going to vote Democrat. Not, I'm afraid, so I'm going to vote for, whichever party you vote for.
and that's what this lady was doing. When
Rioters
she was talking.
must not be allowed to destroy our cities.
She's playing on
Human
fear.
sex
Yeah.
drug traffickers should not be allowed to cross our
Well,
border.
that's always
The
been
same
Trump,
socialist policies which destroyed places
That-
like
Propaganda.
Cuba and
And also,
Venezuela
she's Donald Trump Jr.'s
must not
girlfriend.
take root in
How
our
does that get you
cities
involved
and
in the
our
art?
schools.
Was she already in
America,
politics before
it's
this,
all
or
on
See, I
We
knew
don't-
it.
just
I
some
told
gal?
you they get
President
paid
She
on
was
believes in
she was
you.
working in Fox.
Emancipate
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a Fox. Well, she's not a Fox, but she was working. She's an anchor lady at Fox.
Oh,
She
okay.
looks like Melania.
I don't watch Fox, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
And determine
Ooh, that's kind of
your
gross. You got a
destiny.
girlfriend that looks like his
Don't let
stepmom.
the
But she looks
Democrats
mad,
take you
doesn't
for
she?
granted.
Is she upset?
But let me
Don't let
ask
them
this:
step on you.
why does
Don't
she
let
have
them
to
destroy
be
your
the speaker
families,
of
your
that
lives, and your
RNC?
future. Don't
Because she's the
let them
girlfriend.
kill future generations
I know,
because
but
they told you
that's
what
it. That's the.
That's it.
you lied
They're
that you
using
weren't good enough.
female.
I think so. And she's also from Puerto Rico. Well, descendant of Puerto Rican parents.
You can be that shining example to the world. Manifest and be the change in this country that
But the
you
scary
dream.
part is the end.
And fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream. The best is yet to come.
You know what though?
Is it very
Because
Hitler-esque?
Melania can't talk like with passion like that, because I think deep inside Melania hates Trump. So they use another one, to get the, hey, people, right? Look at Melania.
So as a
I have
woman,
visited many-
looking at her body language, do you feel that she doesn't like her husband?
Yeah, I don't think she's still in love with her husband.
Somebody pointed out that she's wearing a Russian
places
outfit.
that have been affected by natural disaster.
Look, she is
And we are deeply
reading.
moved by
If
the
that
strength
is
of
really
the
comes
people
from your heart,
who have lost everything, and the kindness.
fuck
Yeah,
reading.
it's
But Donald and I
the
are also inspired.
Lady
by
V
the
does not like
millions
reading.
of Americans
Lady
who
V.
wake up each day with a
I
simple
think
yet
if you
courageous
are
goal
really
of
cared so
providing
much
for the
of what is
families
going on, I
and
think it
keeping
has
them
to
safe.
also comes
You are
from
the
your
backbone.
heart. And also, you gotta mean it what you say, because like this one, it shows.
But you know what?
this country.
President Trump
No
speaks
matter
from
the
the heart,
amount of
and sometimes that's not
Exactly.
necessarily a good
That's-
thing. You should use a teleprompter.
I don't think Melania has ever spoken from the heart. She's always, my husband, I love him, he's the greatest, blah, blah, blah. I was paid to say this, and I'm signing another contract. This is Melania Trump, and I
From
love
the
you.
other side. Donald Trump has not.
Look, she just
and
had
will
a
not
Botox.
lose focus on you.
Look
He's
at
not a
that. Look how
traditional
tight that
politician.
face is.
He
Like,
doesn't just speak words. He demands action.
Anyway, that was Melania. And, of course, this guy was using fear, like what John was
Don't
saying.
let
Giuliani,
Democrats
yeah.
do to
Yeah,
America
consistently
what they
uses
have
fear.
done to New York. Again, the Democrats are urging you to vote for
And
an
we're
obviously
talking about
defective candidate.
mostly on the Republicans right now, but
Biden
we'll
has
get to the
changed
Democrats
his
because they do the
principles
same
so
thing.
often,
They really
he
do
no
the same
longer has
thing.
any
They use
principles.
fear as well.
He's a Trojan horse.
the only thing
with
that I'm
Bernie.
still struggling is why is it so much like you have to be in the box of Republican or Democrat?
That's a good question.
Why is that? Because
For money.
But why though? I mean, like, okay, so the question that I'm always getting, like, oh, okay, are you Republican or are you Democrat? Why cannot be, I'm for something great that I think I want to, I want to see what I want to see, my hope and light and whatever.
Well, I think you represent what the normal voter is, and the problem is a lot of just normal people. They've kind of given up, and sometimes they don't vote. They don't vote for. They don't get out and vote. They represent the middle ground, which I believe. I hope and pray that that's what most Americans are. Because if you go too far to the right or too far to the left, you're probably wrong. Because extremist point of views are consistently wrong.
Yeah.
And unfortunately now we're seeing extremist views from both the right and the left. I mean, in my opinion, what do you?
Well, and
Alonzo?
the media has a lot to do with it. Like Hannity and all those people on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there because they really care for us. They're making a lot of money.
It's funny, we were just talking about
They're making
that.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, if you say, I hate Trump, you get 1 million supporters, just like that. And so being in the middle is not, it doesn't give you a lot of money, I guess, at least in the media.
Right.
When you take a side, you get friends like that. You get all these people by you. Oh, yeah, I hate Trump, yes, and then they're with you forever. That's it. You got them.
It's so sad.
They click on like, yeah, you're mine.
It's so sad that we are all based in, they put you in a box.
We're all basic.
Yeah.
That's a good Lady V term. We're basic.
We're
bitches.
basic.
And a lot of times people are afraid. Like
Lady V.
Lady V, yeah. They're afraid to say, like, I'm Democrat, and they don't want to say it.
You know what? I was into that point already. Like, I don't even know what I am right now.
Lady V.
I am just for myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But because people are so bluntly asking, hey, are you voting for Republican or voting for Trump? And I'm like, I don't even know.
And it's sad because it's also kind of scary because people no longer they don't respect you, for your views,
Right.
Because we've had that come across that.
Like my friend, like our friend says, if I say I'm voting for Trump, I am. They put you on this box. You are racist.
Right.
You are, the list is like. But if you are Democrat, what's?
Well, it actually I've seen it, from Democrat from Republicans as well.
You're a socialist, right?
Yeah. Because I lean left, and I can say that, and middle left, and I live in a very conservative state, and I don't feel bad telling people that and whatnot, but sometimes you get some straight up hostilities, or you hear, and again I hear this from both sides. I hear it about Trump, and I hear it about the Democrats. you hear these extreme stories that if you're even halfway intelligent and looking at things with an open mind, you realize they're probably not true. And even even for Trump, some of the stuff, I can list a number of things that he's done that is good. Like I believe we should lean on China and give more pressure to China because of
they gave us COVID.
Aside from that, there's other things that I think we could benefit
I'm just
from.
kidding for my Chinese people.
right. And we should shift, to India for industry because China has always been, they're a little too aggressive. So there's many things that he's done that are good, but you'll never hear the news say it. And yet, at the same time, people they just believe anything. They believe what they see on Facebook. So either or. I mean, you just hear about craziness.
And you can see it when you visit their websites. Mm-hmm. Like it's all about one thing. And here's a test. Okay, when you read something negative about a Republican politician, you say it to a Republican person, and they say, "I didn't know anything about it." Right, because your channels are not talking about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Only the other side, and vice versa. You ask people on the left, "Did you know that Kamala did this?" And they say, "No, that's not true." You go, "Well, it's on the news on the other side."
Yeah.
And so they pick and choose the news items that are beneficial to, and that's all of them. I mean, you can just look at the websites or watch TV, and people are afraid and embarrassed sometimes to say, "I like Trump,"
Yeah.
or "I like Joe Biden," because they're afraid you're going to be called a socialist or lazy or
Pedophile.
a bum. Lately, that's
Really? Oh, see?
the left, according to a lot of these conspiracy people, the left is supporting
Pedophiles.
pedophiles. Yeah,
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah. So
yeah. Daniel too.
Oh, golly.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty bad. So Giuliani was saying the same thing you were mentioning about, he was telling people to be afraid. Like, be very afraid of these guys. America's not going to be the same. And they embrace Black Lives Matter as if Black Lives Matter is like the worst thing that ever happened to America.
Okay,
And socialism.
Let's talk about that. That's a deep subject. What do you guys feel about Black Lives Matter?
That's going to last a while, yeah.
That's I love people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Okay, this is what I've been in my country. We hate plainly just people. Like, okay, if you are a bad person, shit, we hate you. And as we take that into our graves. Mm-hmm. But when I got here, because people see me not Asian, they see me as Mexican, that's fine,
It's okay.
It's okay, right? But the only thing though is I've noticed when some Hispanics ask me in Spanish, blah 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 blah, and if I say, "Oh, I don't speak Spanish," oh my God, they give you that look like, "Girl, you are Hispanic and you don't speak the language,"
right?
Like, But anyway, so like when I came over here in America, I don't know, black is to black, white is to white. So I didn't know the races, whatever.
You didn't realize that color was a thing.
No, because I don't see it too. I don't see any difference. We hate people, but we never hate colors. Mm-hmm. So, as
it was kind of strange for you.
Yeah, it is strange. And
shock.
Up to now, I still can't. I still don't see it.
It was the same for me, actually. I came over here when I was like 17, and I always thought it was beautiful to have culture, different.
Right? Yeah, me too.
And I thought, oh wow, there's gonna be like Anglo people, and they have their own thing, and the Afro community, their own thing, the Asians and everybody. And I was a bit disappointed